Manifest money like a machine, easy and fast. Hey, Scott Houck here, and in today's video, we're going to go through a great sequence you can follow literally today to start bringing in the money that you're looking for in life, whether it's 500 bucks, 2,000 bucks, or starting to raise your income level of 20, 30, 40, even $50,000 or more per month. We're going to start looking at that process and going through that. Before we jump into today's video, throw a like on the video. As you do so, it's going to send it out to a lot more people, and together we can raise the consciousness of this planet. Also, click subscribe and then click the bell icon as well, so you're notified when we send out other great manifestation how-to content. We have a lot of meditations, we have techniques, we have everything, your go-to channel for manifesting everything you could want. Now, let's jump into this sequence here. So we're really going to help you drive forward with money. And if you're one of my clients or one of my members or not yet, look at the client testimonials. If you follow these processes, every single one of our members that follows it gets results, because we're all about tangible physical results here on this channel. It's not about just learning more. We're into actually attracting and having money in your pocket greater than ever before. So let's go through this. Money is an energy game. That's it. Okay, put it in simple terms. The energy you send out around to money, which is including all of your thinking, all of your feeling, and all of your behaviors and actions, the sum total of all those things over a long duration is what you get into your life. Okay, it's your standard. If you have always had a standard of having a $3,000 per month job, or about $36,000 a year income level wise, and maybe you got some raises here and there kind of thing, but if you're used to that, and that is still your standard in your consciousness, you will keep attracting scenarios that are about the same. No doubt about it. Okay. Now, most people on the one side will say, well, that's life. That's a job. How am I supposed to attract, a $70,000 job or, a $70,000 business? I don't have a business, or, I don't know how to look for that job. I don't have the education or whatever it is. That has nothing to do with it. Okay. That is all external stuff. Everything when it comes to money is internal completely. And I found this for myself and all of our clients and all of our members. It's an inside to out game. It's a personal development game, which I'm sure you've heard of before, right? In the great book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, it's not called job into results, right? Thinking into, where you want to be. Think and grow rich. It's not job and grow rich, right? Those things aren't necessary. It's think and grow rich, right? It's all in your internal side. Now, this stuff isn't magic. Most people go to the other side of the spectrum and say, well, if I just think about great money stuff, then magically, Scott, it's just going to appear in my life. No, that's not how it works either. It's a balance. It's down the middle lane. Yes, there's a lot of things that are invisible, and it kind of looks magical when you do the process and get results from it, okay? But it's a system and process you have to go through, and it's not usually an overnight thing. You want to apply this. So as we go through the sequence here, I encourage you to apply this for the next 10 days straight. Just 10 days, not too hard, okay? And let's see what the results that you get, okay? So money is an energy game. We need to change your energy around to money, okay? Most people have a truckload of limiting beliefs, okay, around money. What if I made more than my family? Ooh, that wouldn't be good, right? What if, money comes into my life and I owe so much in taxes I don't know what to do, right? What if money comes in my life and people think about me different? My friends don't like me anymore because I have money, or whatever it is, right? Now, what if other things come in about religions, right? Well, if I'm earning a lot of money, I'm not as spiritual, or I'm not as religious, or any of these things, right? These are all limiting thoughts that come down and pass through generations, and come down and pass through our cultures and our cities and all the different places we live in. It's all programming around money, right? It's all BS. It's all dumb stuff, right? That's what I like to call it. We want to go to the other side. You want to start thinking healthy thoughts around money. Now, most people that have a very hard, difficult life around money, they keep thinking and feeling how hard money is. But we need to start finding reasons to feel better around money today, okay? Because feeling is the vibration you're in. So if you're constantly sending out bad energy on this side, with the disempowerment, if you start to shift that, you'll start to see a gradual increase in different things coming into your life. Again, it's not an overnight thing if you just think about $1 million. No, you don't just get $1 million in, right? But there's a process that's involved. Step number one is writing down your desire. What is it that you really, really want, okay? And you write that down in the present tense, and go ahead in the comments below and write it down. I now received a blank amount of money. I now received $1,000. I now received $500. I now received $10,000, whatever it is, okay? Second part to that, once you have that written down, is you want to close your eyes and see an end scene in imagination. You literally want to know that your imagination is the construction, the creative center to everything that comes into your life, whether you believe that or not. Okay, so we want to start going to imagination. You want to start seeing yourself with more money for the next 10 days. See your bank account increase by the amount of money that you asked for. So if you ask for $500, see in your checking account an extra $500 or in your savings account. Okay, see it in your mind, create a still image in your mind. Okay, and then step number 3 is feel it. Feel the money. How would it feel as if you had an extra $500 in your checking account? It would feel surprising. It would feel balancing. It would feel accomplishing. It'd feel relieving because you have that extra money in there that maybe you needed for a bill or for whatever it is, right? Identify the emotion you would feel, and step number 3 is actually feeling that. Now, how do you feel anything? Your thoughts induce the feeling. So you just match the inner speech, your inner thought. Okay, put in simple terms. Go ahead and close your eyes and see the end scene, and then just say what's on your mind. Oh, wow, I have an extra $500 in my checking account. Okay, this is awesome. This manifestation stuff works. I got another $500 in my bank account. See what I'm doing? So in my imagination, I'm having a conversation with myself as if the money's there. Step number 4 is we want to start letting it go and realizing the universe co-creates this with us. You don't need to know how, you don't need to know where, and you don't need to know when. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, what we want to understand is the universe takes care of that as I remain in faith and drop that seed, that spiritual seed, from the conscious mind down to subconscious, or what we call the universal side of us. Okay, as that starts to happen, step number 5 is repeating every day for 10 days straight, various amounts of money. You don't have to do the same amount. You can ask for many different amounts. Okay, what you're going to soon find out is you're going to start to attract circumstances in your life that you earn more money. If you're in a full-time job, most people have limited thinking and say, there's no way. How am I going to get that money, right? Even though we just said how, when, and where doesn't matter. But some people will have that, chaotic mind saying, yes, Scott, yeah, right. How's that money going to come in, right? Well, there's many different possibilities. You get a bonus at work, you get a raise at work. Now, most people will counter, Scott, I've worked at that place for 10 years, never going to happen. They've never given me a bonus. Okay, it might not go through that one, right? Another one might come where, you were gifted some sort of money. Now, some people will counter saying, nobody's going to gift me money, right? See what people do? They'll con themselves out of all possibilities, right? Other possibilities might come through the door where you actually have stuff in your house, and one day you wake up and you're saying, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. I'm going to actually go on my nearest selling thing, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. I'm going to sell some of this stuff. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. And you actually list a couple of things, and boom, you had actually brought in an extra $500. Now, again, people counter, well, yeah, I earned that money, Scott. Great. Did I actually manifest it? Of course you did, because if you weren't thinking first about earning $500 extra or manifesting $500, your thoughts wouldn't have gravitated and attracted into your life to say, oh, let me do some things around here to tidy up the place. Here's another scenario. The business opportunity that can earn you a side income, which many opportunities out there actually earn you a great side income, including becoming one of our coaches, right? You start to actually put it out there, and then a great business opportunity shows up at your door. You start doing that, and over the next 30 days, you start to bring in a little bit of extra cash, right? Are you doing some buying and some selling? Or you form an online business, or you do a side gig, a consulting job. See all the different possibilities, right? But what happens is, as soon as I activate in my imagination, I change my feeling, I change my action, as the universe also assists in bringing it to me. That's the creative, constructive process, right? Now, if you're in a business, right, you're going to attract probably more clients. You're going to attract more sales. Here's the greatest thing that happens to me literally every month, is I want a certain amount of money, and I attract ideas to serve my audience better, right? So you attract ideas, and that's part of this manifestation process. Manifestation, a lot of people gets a bad rap sometimes because it's like, oh, it's magic, it's just dust that I throw up in the air. If I think about $10,000, it's going to land on my table tonight. No, that's false thinking, right? Manifestation is just a process of bringing the invisible to the visible through a natural progression. That's it. Okay, so it might take an hour, it might take a day, it might take a month, it might take a year for certain things, right? According to your belief and according to your faith, but things will start to move. So how do you manifest money like a machine? Every day for the next 10 days, go ahead and ask for a certain amount of money in the present tense. After you do that, see an end scene in imagination that indicates you have the amount of money in your checking account, savings account, whatever it is. Step 3 is feel it to be true. What is the main emotion that you would feel as if that thing is already done? We went through examples: surprise, elation, relief, whatever it is. Step number 4 is let it go. Okay, let it go. Don't overthink. Don't care about where. Don't care about when. Don't care about how. Just matter on the what and the why. Why do you want it? It's the feeling. Okay, and you start to let that go. And step number 5 is to repeat this every day for your desire for 10 days straight. Should take about a minute or 2 for each desire. That's it. If you want more help on this, we got an entire course that is literally over 50 to 60 hours of knowledge constructed step by step through our manifestation process. I take you through this process more in depth than you could ever find in a YouTube series. I can't put it all into a YouTube video because it would be a 50 to 60 hour video on YouTube. Okay, so it's very different. If you want to get involved in our course, we've made it very doable investment wise. Take a look at it. It's in the description below, as well as if you want to become one of our coaches or anything like that, or anything else that we have going on, getting some coaching yourself, go ahead in the description below. Click the programs link and you'll see what we have to offer to help you on your journey around manifestation. All right, try these 10 days out. Let me know in the comments below when you've done day 1, day 2, create some accountability for yourself. Try it out. You're going to love the results that start to come into your life.